And hello everybody and welcome back to the stream, or if it's your first time here, welcome. Hope you're all having a fantastic Saturday or whatever day it is for you right now, and we are back. So yeah, Slender Threads, Friday, Saturday, that's what we've been doing as of lately, and so that is what we're going to do again. And you know what's funny is that I don't remember fuck all. Immediately, do not remember fuck all. I'm probably going to remember immediately when I turn the game on, but I literally don't even know how to give a brief overview of what we've done so far because it's so convoluted and I don't have good enough memory for it. So let's just get into the game here, and I hope you're all having a good time. I have a browser window open preemptively. Another day where I basically wake up, get in the shower, get out of the shower, sit down, stream. Not happy about it, but that's how it is. Alright, is this capturing? It is. Is an alarm not working? I think what is happening is that my alarm goes off, and I think that maybe when I'm half asleep, I'm setting the alarm for 5 minutes later over and over again or something. The problem is I don't remember. But maybe that's what's going on. Okay. Now I need to remember what the fuck we were doing. Might worship the shadows. Right. The Hunted Club has membership opening. The club president is Paul Frey, a famous author. Paul Frey won't let me apply to the club because he's an elitist jerk. Isn't a critic scheduled to read from Frey's new novel at the bookstore this evening? If that reading goes poorly, he'll have bigger things to worry about than me. Oh no. Am I gonna swap in my own manuscript? Oh no, Harvey. Oh no, Harvey. I'm gonna swap in my own manuscript for the bookstore, in the bookstore. And they're gonna be like, oh man, it's awful! Hmm?
Awfully
Huh? Awfully trusting, right. Oh, there it is. The author is allergic to cats. That would be funny. Speaking of cats.
Oh, how you doing? You like that, buddy, huh? What you doing there? Reading books? You love books, don't you? Oh, yeah, you do. Good kitty.
All right. I think I'm gonna replace his work with mine, and people are gonna think it's terrible.
Paul Frey can't even be bothered to walk down here to read from his own book. Well then, how would he know if the critic read somebody else's book instead? If my junk manuscript isn't going to help my career, it might as well hurt his. Now, to do a little cover swap.
A little while later.
The drape swayed gently before me, impossible in its grandiosity. Grandiose indeed, I cogitated, but surely that which it conceals must be grandioser? Grandioser. Huh. As if reading my very thoughts, it pulled away, and I beheld another world. A world beyond what I understood the world to be. I longed to enter that world, to cut myself free from the tethers of my own, but my own legs, betrayed me. And so, ergo, with the legs of my mind, Oh, good Lord. This is abysmal. Is this a joke? If so, it gives me no pleasure to say that Paul Frey's legacy has become the punchline. I can read no further. I sincerely apologize for subjecting all of us to that. I'm going home to wash out my eyes.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Frey here.
Hello, Mr. Frey. This is Pamela from the bookstore.
Pamela, I trust the reading went well.
Mr. Frey, I don't know how to put this, but the critic said that it was the worst thing he's ever read.
Excuse me?
And not in that so bad it's good way.
Well,
It's just bad. We didn't sell a single copy.
What?
I am amazed.
I'm ruined.
He took that well.
Did you think my, Mr. Frey's book was that bad? From what you heard anyway?
Oh, yes, I'm afraid. Absolutely dreadful. I can't help but feel sorry for him. It's so unlike Mr. Frey's previous work. It's like he's never read a book before, let alone written.
Okay, I get it.
Wow, this does suck. Harvey, you need to go back to school. Harvey writes badly because he's never read a real book. He only reads dreary fanfic. Oh no. Harvey. I'm not gonna claim that myself when I was 12 years old was a better writer, but some of those sentences were very fucking funny. He was adding ER to fancy words, and then... Can I go back and retrieve my manuscript?
I figured my writing could use some work, but that was brutal.
Okay, can
I don't want it back. I think it's unsalvageable.
Oh, come on, man. No, you should keep it so that people don't know. Like, if it's investigated too much, people will know that it was bullshit. Harvey thinks Twitter threads on why every anime character is gay and black counts as reading. Oh, God.
Oh, that's a good kitty.
I need an emotional support cat for a moment right there. Oh, God, that's so funny. That is hysterical. Well, good. Because this guy was a fucking asshole. So hopefully he fucks off now. I wish you could just take one of the cats. Yeah, same. Okay, there. I was about to say, where's the music in the game? Why is it not activated or come up at all?
Some targets are set up out there.
What if that author died from shock? I'm gonna assume he didn't because all the heads mounted on the walls are already there. There's no other hidden head mounts on the walls, so I don't think Harvey's gonna kill anybody else. Hey, how you doing, CJ?
Could you please smoke that outside, Beaumont? I swear I could smell it from across the room.
Doubt that would help, Skeffington. With that beak, you could smell this cigar from across the continent. Yes.
I will have you know that its size has minimal bearing on its capability.
Ha! Did you get your wife to believe that?
Oh, wow. I got a Hungarian or Czech Minecraft movie ad this time. Ew. God damn. Sorry about that.
Is it supposed to be waving? Swearing on a Bible, maybe?
I think that the dialogue is all the same, but I'll talk to them anyway.
I'm never talking to them again. I was sure I was dead.
I don't know, I thought that was a funny prank.
Herbert, if we're here to schmooze with Paul Frey, why aren't we schmoozing with Paul Frey?
You can't force this sort of thing, Edna. You have to just let it happen. Whenever Mr. Frey decides to mingle, we will be here, and fate will do the rest.
I hope you know you sound ridiculous right now.
Uh-huh. Sounds like it's time for a divorce.
Bet this wine is older than I am.
Mr. Green, welcome back.
Hey, Gordon. Is Paul going to kick me out again?
Mr. Frey retired upstairs not long ago. Mentioned he was feeling unwell.
Oh, that's a shame.
If you're still interested in joining the club, I'd be happy to administer the initiation test.
There's an initiation test?
Just a perfunctory marksmanship evaluation. If you
Oh,
pass,
no.
Mr. Frey won't have much reason to justify rejecting you.
Well, might as well take care of it while we can.
Follow me, please. Rules are straightforward. One shot apiece, arrow closest to the bullseye wins.
Let's do this.
As challenger, you shoot first. Competent, if unremarkable.
I get that a lot.
I have no control
Allow
over
me
this
to
right now.
demonstrate the muscle memory of an expert.
Use the idol. That'll like kill him or something.
I take this round, Mr. Green. Let me know if you're ever in the mood for a rematch.
Fuck. Oh man, I really don't want to do something that gets Gordon killed. I feel like I'm gonna get Gordon killed if I do that. Use the idol. Like, I feel like I don't want to kill Gordon on accident. That'd be really...
Hello again, Mr. Green. Care to reattempt the initiation test?
Bring it on.
Fire when ready. Best of luck.
And I fucking suck again?
Rather pedestrian, I'm afraid. Now then...
Look out! There's an unstoppable charging moose!
If you wish to distract a skilled hunter, Mr. Green, you'll have to do better than that. Shall we return to the party?
I was looking up info about Japanese oatmeal and typing one-handed while holding my mug. I ended up Googling Japson's oatmeal Berserk.
Steadied your bow hand, Mr. Green?
Solid as a rock.
The proof is in the pudding, as they say. Fire when ready. Best of luck.
See, what I'm was hoping is that he would just get better at
Rather
this.
pedestrian, I'm afraid. Now then...
Semwatl-Koletic?
What the... Where did my arrow go?
Wherever it went, it didn't hit the target.
No argument there, Mr. Green. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now that you've passed, permit me to extend a club-sanctioned invitation. I was planning to sneak out of the party for a solo hunting excursion in a bit. Care to make it a duo?
Why not? I'd love to ask you a few questions while we're out there.
Of course. I have a few preparations to make. Shouldn't be more than an hour. Please, enjoy the soiree until then.
I'll try. Thanks for the invitation, Gordon.
Nice to escape the hubbub for a spell. Don't you agree?
You have no idea. It's been a very long, very stressful evening.
I apologize for the behavior of some of our other members, including Mr. Frey. Honestly, I wish our hunting club would focus more on the hunting and less on the exclusivity.
Well, I appreciate your kindness to a newcomer. You're one of the good ones.
Think nothing of it, Mr. Green. I understand your situation much better than most. You mentioned you had questions?
I do, yes. If the club members don't actually hunt that much, what do they do instead?
Oh, mostly what you saw. Drink, socialize, indulge in the shallow pleasures of gratuitous wealth.
Do any of them bring up subjects that feel more unusual?
Constantly. Any particular variety of unusual?
Oh, I don't know. Destiny? The forces of fate? Maybe connected to some kind of religion?
Ah. They express no such interest, Mr. Green, nor would I expect them to. They are oblivious to the reality of the shadows, more so even than you.
Uh-oh.
What did you say?
Stand up, Harvey.
Gordon, what are you—
Step away from the fire. Harvey Green, you are a flawed instrument.
Oh no!
You are unworthy of the Shadow's favor.
Favor? I don't want the Shadow's favor. I don't even know what they are.
Precisely. You comprehend nothing of their nature, let alone your own. The shadows have chosen you, Harvey, bestowed upon you a sacred purpose. And instead of fulfilling that purpose, you actively seek to escape it.
What sacred purpose? People are senselessly dying around me.
Their deaths are far from senseless, Harvey. They are foretold by the shadows, and they are ensured by you. You hesitate because you refuse to see your role for what it is. I am therefore obliged to remove you, and to assume your position myself. Any last words?
You think that because you've killed a deer or two, you could kill a human being without remorse? I've caused all of these deaths by accident, Gordon. Accident. I couldn't imagine doing any of this intentionally. You really think you could?
I don't know. I must. But perhaps I could not.
Well, that's disappointing.
Oh, this bitch.
Judy? Mother,
I don't know why we got you that thing if you aren't even going to use it.
I think Harvey is right, Mother.
Wow.
What good is claiming his role if doing so also claims our humanity?
Oh, Gordy, you know better than that. The shadows are making the important decisions for us. If we do right by them, we can't lose anything that matters.
What about the people who've died tonight? They haven't lost anything?
We have been over this, Harvey. They were always going to die. It is their role.
And like it or not, it's your role to make sure they do.
The shadows bend the light to follow you, Harvey. Your every step, while others languish in obscurity.
Folks like us would kill to take your place. Or at least I thought they would.
Forgive me, Mother.
No need to apologize, dear. Give me the gun, and I'll take care of it.
Mother, no! I will do it as we agreed.
Oh, would you stop, Gordy? You've already made a real mess of this.
What was that?
You know full well what that is, Harvey. You cannot outrun inevitability!
Oh, God.
Gordy, we're losing our chance.
Follow, Mother. We will track him down in short order.
I've lost them. For now, anyway. I could probably double back to the campsite if I need to. They won't be expecting that.
Why do rich men bully how females do? What? What? You mean by gossiping? I mean, I think that given enough comfort, that's always the way people will socially act regardless of their gender. Just that women aren't exactly expected to go out and bully people by punching them in the face. Because they're not as physically strong, usually. No items, no map. Jeez.
It's real? Every one of those visions? What do I do? What can I do? I'm next to die. I need to figure something out. Fast.
It's like double back to the campsite. Tree.
It's covered in thick vines. It's covered... Those vines look tough. I can't pull one off with my bare hands.
Implying that I'm gonna have to for a puzzle later. Oh, hatchet. That's pretty good. Frying pan. That's pretty good.
The coals are still glowing.
Grease bucket. What the fuck? Okay, I just wanna...
It's all clumped up and solidified.
That's disgusting.
It's polished steel. It's like a miniature axe.
It's literally a hand axe.
Fresh from the hunt.
So, like, what? Did we actually go and hunt animals before we sat down at the fire?
Fresh from the...
I guess we did. It'd have been cool to see Harvey, like, trying to kill something with a bow.
Leave me alone! Wait. Vincent. In my vision, the claw retreated when Vincent turned on the light. Well, good thing I'm lost in the middle of a pitch-black forest.
Okay, but where's all your stuff? You had stuff. I have a vine now. And no hatchet. Man, so many items just instantly break. Harvey has a lantern, and I don't know why he can't use it right now. The implication is that between the clubhouse and here, like, a bunch of time passed because we went on an actual hunt and we actually had meat from the animals strung up over there. So my assumption is that we actually hunted and killed animals, and so now I'm sitting here wondering, why the fuck do I not have a bunch of my previous items and my lantern? Is there any particular reason?
That thing isn't gonna stop. I need to make it stop. What's all this? More Watambu ruins? The door drops back down as soon as I let go. If I could prop the door open somehow, I could use this vine to pull the prop away. It looks like a giant bathtub stopper.
Is that it?
I'm gonna need something to help with that.
That seems pointless.
Okay. It's not grease, that's the problem. He didn't even have
Surprised I
dialogue
didn't see
there.
anything in here. Where's that little bit of light even coming from?
From the eye, right? Oh no, it's coming from up there. Light well.
The faintest bit of light is getting in through a crack.
Fucking goddamn blood elves are gonna show up looking for the sun well. What the fuck?
Looks the same as the other shield, but the middle part's missing.
That's no use to me.
Okay.
Is this supposed to be a Watambu sage or wizard? It's holding some kind of staff. Is this supposed to be a... It's holding... It's wedged tight into the stone hand. Wish I could loosen that grip somehow. Grease might help with that, but not grease this solid.
Okay. Oh, I have to melt the grease in the fire?
Even in the low light, I can tell it's impressively shiny.
And there's no map, I can't fast travel back to the campsite. Excuse me. Okay.
Not sure.
Okay. I feel like I have a limited number of times that I can resist it grabbing me before the game is just like, yeah, okay, you're dead now. That's what I feel like is going to happen. So I need to not be an absolute fucking moron.
This must be the same gate I saw by the big gear outside.
Right? Oh? Huh.
It's too long to wedge it under the gear. I need something shorter.
Not sure why I'd do that.
Oh, what? Oh, come on.
How would that happen? What would... I don't follow...
What have I missed? I was starting a new season of anime today. Ooh. Okay, so we went to the hunting club. Oh, God. And the guy running the hunting club and his mother are the cultists. And they brought me out here and they almost killed me. But I was able to run away. And now the shadows are trying to fucking murder me.
It looks like a giant bathtub stopper.
No. Okay, you're thinking of those other cultists. Those cultists were fine. They were not bad guys at all. Oh no, now I don't know what the fuck to do. Oh wait. Do I do something really dumb like this? That's so stupid, though.
I've placed the frying pan where the central plate would be.
Okay.
It looks like a giant bath. I'm gonna need something to help with that.
Oh, what? Okay. A few different things. One of them is that time-traveling lingerie show. It is super etchy and had way more titties than anticipated. Oh my god, anime!
The light's pointing directly at the entrance. The light hurts it. I'm safe for now. But I can't hide in here forever. Gordon will get here soon. Can I trap the claw in here somehow?
What?
This must be the same gate I saw by the big...
Did I trap it?
Is this supposed to be... It's shining light throughout the chamber. It's dazzling. How is it so bright with so little light on it?
Oh, remains. Bone. 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 What? Does the lingerie itself time travel? No, it vanishes after use. This is... What? I don't even understand. Weird. That sounds like if the Terminator was a woman. Like in the first movie, and she's just there naked? None of them clothes could go with her. Damn, boy, those threads thin! Yes, with those two ends, yep. I don't know what to use this on, though. The implication is that there's like a type of a trap we set.
No.
Now.
I've got one shot at this.
Okay.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here! That's enough out of you. Now, to get a better look at this thing. This can't be possible. The arm goes so high, I can't see the end of it. What am I even looking at? What are you? No, not now.
Oh, Gordy, look! Look what he did!
How on earth did he manage to...
Oh, forget how! We have to help!
Are you out of your mind? Why would you release that thing?
That thing decides your fate and ours alike, Harvey.
Are you sure about that? Because right now I'm the one holding a gun. How about I just decide your fate right now? Might as well kill somebody on purpose for once.
Let's avoid that if we can, Mr. Green.
What the
Sheriff,
fuck?
These two are plotting to murder me.
We both know that's a lie.
What?
You've had quite the busy evening, haven't you? First the barber,
That was an accident.
then the clockmaker,
I wasn't...
then poor, troubled Lena. No doubt you had something to do with that motorist at the crosswalk, Mr. Green. Or should I call you Mr. Hugo? Mr. Faulkner, maybe?
They weren't... None of that was me, Sheriff. The shadows, they're causing all of this to happen.
Spare me the insanity defense. Put down the gun and come quietly.
I'm not insane. Sheriff, you saw Lena's house. You saw Oswaldo's. All of that happened before I got here. You know something bigger's going on.
What I know is that 4 people in my town have died the same evening you showed up, and you were just moments from killing 2 more. Now, I'll ask nicely one more time. Put down the gun.
Damn it, Sheriff, those two know all about the shadows. Ask them.
Gordon, Judy, do you have any idea what he's talking about?
He started babbling nonsense about shadows the moment he turned the gun on us.
You lying bastard!
You two, get down!
Please,
No.
don't do this.
Stop struggling, Green! This doesn't end
I don't
well
want to
for you.
shoot the sheriff, though. I know, I don't want to kill people. I don't want to kill him.
I give up, Sheriff. I don't want anyone else to get hurt. Take me to jail.
You're doing the right thing, Green.
Uh-oh. Sounds to me like he's doing the wrong thing.
Who's there? Show yourself! What the hell is that?
That, Sheriff, is the literal hand of fate. Farewell.
What the fuck?
Oh, stop! Put me down, you...
God damn. Well, I didn't do it intentionally.
That's the end of that.
He's dead. He's dead.
I figured you'd be used to it by now.
But it was supposed to be me.
Oh, don't be silly, Harvey. You're the star.
No. In my dream, my head is on a wall with all the others. I was supposed to be next.
So you have seen through the veil, then, however briefly. No doubt it was a confusing vision.
Veil? What veil? What are you talking about?
You've glimpsed the truth of this evening, Harvey. Of every evening. Beyond this charade you've built to reject that truth.
Go ahead, Harvey. Pull back the curtain. This is a special night.
This is a special night. I wasn't expecting so much company. And if you'll excuse me a moment, I see some interesting faces in the audience. Who knows? Maybe one of them will join us.
What?
Make way for Sir Brandon, the bravest knight in the kingdom.
Well now, what's going on in here?
Just playing, Dad.
Gotta be careful there, kiddo. Harvey's our main character. Remember we talked about leaving the marionettes alone after Oswaldo got broken?
Yeah.
Let's put Harvey somewhere safe for now. He has many souls left to take.
Dad?
Hmm?
What if he doesn't like the story?
What if who doesn't?
Harvey. Maybe he doesn't want to be the bad guy.
Well, Harvey's a professional, kiddo. He knows he's just playing a role.
Are you sure?
Positive. Now do me a favor and sweep the stage, huh? House opens in a couple hours.
Okay.
Now playing nightly at the McGinty Theater.
Dad, that's us!
Among the Shadows. Murder most foul.
What? What? So the achievement said complete the main game. So I assume that there's more we can do. And I really hope that's the case, because not only did I not imagine this game being this short, but that was so sudden that I'm just kind of like flabbergasted. Like, I didn't think it would end so abruptly like that. So surely there has to be more to do in the game. Like, maybe there's more to do other than going directly to the hunting club? If this is pathologic, I'm gonna Thanos snap the dev. This is literally an episode of The Twilight Zone.
Esteemed members of our audience,
okay.
the McGinty Theater now presents for your spine-tingling entertainment a harrowing tale of obsession, of madness, of evil in its purest form. Without further ado, enjoy your evening among the shadows.
Okay, surely there's more now.
The dark alleys of the city, the endless depths of the sea, the cellars of our own homes. Wherever shadows lurk, our imaginations and fears run wild. But no shadow is quite so sinister as one cast over the very soul. What shadows might lurk within the heart of a friend, a loved one, or perhaps of Harvey Green, your unassuming neighbor down the street?
If those brain-dead publishers won't take my novel, they won't get anyone's from this waste of a town. Now that that jerk Paul Frey is out of the picture, there's only one loose end to tie up. See you soon, Lena.
Harvey makes his way to Lena's residence, but to his dismay, she is away.
That's Lena's car, and her driver. Guess she can't have gone far. He might know where she's gotten to.
Oh, okay. Ah, okay. So, the game is not over. Because, honestly, that would have been fucking insane to me if that and then no content left. I would have been, like, very, very confused and like, huh?
You can park here for free. Apparently, even if you're a cart of watermelons. That's a lot of watermelons. That's a lot. If I talk to that, someone might think I'm crazy. This might come in handy. The driver's working on it. That jack looks a little unsteady. Good evening, sir.
Hey, a little busy here. What do you need?
I'm looking for Lena. Do you happen to know where she is?
Who's asking?
An aspiring author. Her work really speaks to me.
Can't tell you then. Apparently there's a killer out there targeting writers. Lena suspects some local wannabe. No offense.
None taken. In that case, I should probably be careful out here too. Car trouble?
Nothing serious. Ran over the curb dodging some idiot in a crosswalk.
You'd think people would be more careful crossing the street.
Tell me about it.
Don't work too hard.
I'm gonna try and not kill people.
I've seen Lena carrying that bag before. That has to be her notebook inside.
Hey, that belongs to my employer. Don't touch it.
That notebook is my key to tracking down Lena, and this grease monkey won't let me near it. What do you think, audience? Should I teach him a lesson?
No.
What are you, out of your mind? This could be my only chance.
Nope.
It's screwed on tight. I can't just rip it off.
Is this a Dio moment? With the sign? No parking.
You can park here for free. Uh-oh, looks like this card is parked illegally. I sure hope the tow truck doesn't notice. Well, speak of the devil. Oh no,
No!
sir, watch out. What a senseless tragedy.
Okay, I did not think that was gonna make him die. That was very unexpected. I thought that was the alternate route to not kill him. I thought killing him would be like, oh, I walk up to the car and kick the jack. I didn't think, oh, I'm gonna make a Rube Goldberg machine. I can't even talk to the tow truck.
Tow truck made an awful mess. The driver really should have used something sturdier to hold it up. Lena's appointment book. It says she's getting her hair styled right now. I should bring this to her before that local wannabe gets their hands on it.
It's always a Rube Goldberg machine. Every time. That's what...
Party arrives at the salon, but it's empty, save for the lone barber.
Damn it, I should have been faster. Where did she get to?
Oh, the barber also has the hair dryers, huh?
Sir, are you tampering with my hair dryers?
No, it just started running on its own.
I knew these contraptions were more trouble than they were worth.
What? I'm not trying to kill the man already. Like, I just touched something. Like, what do you... Are these blurry photos of women who are topless? But because they're blurry, I'm not gonna get in trouble? Not that one. She's obviously wearing black, but these two...
Please refrain.
Please refrain from touching my scissors, sir. Jasper and I are both rather protective of them.
Rug trapdoor. The photo on the right looks familiar somehow. The one with the lady in black? I don't know if I've ever seen it before anywhere. You could be right, though.
I need something narrow to wedge it open.
What? Is it Morticia? I don't know. I haven't seen enough photos of her.
Good evening, sir. I'm afraid I'm done with appointments for the day.
Oh, that's fine. May I ask, was Lena here for a haircut earlier? I found her appointment book on the sidewalk and was hoping to return it.
She was here, yes, but she just left.
Do you know where she was headed? It's very important that she receive this.
I'll be seeing her later this evening. You're welcome to leave the book with me and I'll pass it along.
No!
I beg your pardon.
I think it's more urgent than that. I can take care of this right now.
Sir, I don't feel comfortable disclosing Lena's whereabouts to a stranger. She seemed quite perturbed about something during her appointment.
Huh. Okay. They all look like actresses from the 30s and 60s. Sure. That could very well be it.
I need some...
So, like, what the...
I don't see the point. Soft. Not the colors I would have picked.
Huh. Strange.
Why bother covering a closed trapdoor?
I don't think a parrot in real life would react that way. What the hell would I do with the scissors now? I don't want to just stab him. That seems... Stabbing him seems kind of useless.
Night, night, birdie.
Why would the bird know shit?
Why does this keep happening?
Okay. Am I supposed to use the rug on the...
Can't get distracted.
What? Okay, like, whatever.
Stab a man over and over and over again with a pair of scissors? I would never.
I think that he can't see you literally pushing the button in the mirror. It's a fault. It's a reverse vampire mirror, okay? So instead of vampires being invisible in the mirror, everything except the vampire is invisible. So that means it's okay to kill him because he's actually a vampire. Also, I need to use the toilet. I'll try to be quick, guys. Alright, I have returned. Hopefully that was quick enough. And let's bring the game back up. And it appears to be going, so alright. Alright. My assumption is that now I have to prop this up with the scissors. Maybe?
Oh, I'm not going down there.
I thought I fucking... Okay, there we go.
Why does this keep happening?
Oh my goodness, sir! Are you okay? Guess not. According to this, Lena will be reading from her new book just down the street. I can't believe I almost missed it. I have to run.
As Harvey approaches the town bookstore, he observes an unwelcome presence.
Looks like Lena has hired a security guard. That complicates things. There's no way he'll let me in. Invitation or no. Time to get creative.
Yeah, let's turn ourselves in.
Harvey Green, step back immediately. You may not enter this building.
You can't keep me out. Lena invited me to this event. Look, I have the invitation right here.
I don't know where you got that, Mr. Green, but Lena most assuredly did not invite you. Now get out of here before I call the police.
Hey, no need for that. We're all friends here.
No, we are not.
I don't need to stay long. I just had one question for Lena that I...
No questions, Mr. Green. You will not speak to Lena. You will not see Lena. You will walk away and find anything else to do with your evening.
But...
Now.
I'm here to shop for a gift. What's wrong with that?
The bookstore is closed for a private event. One that you will not be attending.
I'm curious what the fuck the deal is with this weird post-game thing. I assume that this is gonna somehow link in with everything else. Somehow. Okay, so that we have a hardware store, fire hydrant, and an electrician. No items.
Excuse me.
What is it? I'm on the clock.
What are you working on there?
Fixing some rookie electrician's faulty wiring.
Sounds dangerous.
Not as dangerous as leaving it. Right now, if it rains, somebody's getting electrocuted.
I need to get inside. Could I sneak by you?
Customer entrance is at the front.
The guy over there won't let me through.
Isn't he security? Sounds like I shouldn't let you through either.
That security guard will never let me in the main entrance. Should I find a way to convince this guy to let me in? I acknowledge your terrible opinion and respectfully disagree. After all, I have my invitation right here, and I need to return Lena's notebook. Be careful. Important to have these around for emergencies. I'm not getting that open with my bare hands.
We have a ladder and the hardware store.
It's closed for the evening. It's closed.
Okay, well, then I'm getting into the hardware store through the ladder. Obviously. What? What am I gonna use a whole ass ladder for?
Forget it.
Oh wait, can I walk this way? No, I cannot. Okay. I thought I was gonna go into the hardware store using the ladder. Do I... What?
It's closed. It's closed. It's closed for the evening. It doesn't look like a... I'm sure it's locked. Important to have these around.
I think we all assumed you'd be climbing the ladder instead of just put it in my inventory. And now I can't pick it back up, and I don't know why. Huh.
If you've got something to say, hurry up and say it.
Beak.
Side door.
Whoa, not too close. Some of these wires might be live.
I just need to get into the bookstore.
Then use the front door like everybody else, smart guy.
I don't know what I'm doing with the ladder. Wait, what? I thought that was a sign! What?
Horrible! What an obvious safety hazard. Whoever put that electrical box right next to a fire hydrant should be in jail. Nothing to be done about it now. Time to head inside.
That was Looney Tunes shit.
Through the back entrance, but his clever ploy has proven counterproductive.
Pamela!
Mr. Graham, for the third time this week, I will not sell your book.
No, Pamela. I'm here for the reading. Lena's reading.
Well, we've just now had to cancel it.
What? Why?
No doubt you noticed the lights are out. Our reader can't very well read in the dark.
Is she still here? Please, I need to see her.
She stepped out as soon as the fuses blew. She seemed worried about it.
Unbelievable.
Harvey desperately doubles back to Lena's house, only to find the security guard, again blocking his path.
Enough with this guy. He's definitely expecting me now. I need a strategy.
Pamela, please read my fanfiction. Wanted?
I have to admit, they really captured my essence.
Oh, am I gonna disguise myself now? That's funny.
Bit formal for my taste. I don't...
Oh, right, we don't want to walk right in front of the guy, so we're walking on the edges of everything. Mannequin! No way. Mannequin Harvey? What the fuck? What? Why isn't it a womankin? That's a good question. Men's pockets are really deep. I know, right? Our clothing is so superior.
No, this won't fool him. It's still missing something.
Still missing something, huh? I'm trying to mouse over a bunch of stuff. I tested it earlier today. I can fit a Switch in my pocket. That's mostly because the Switch is small, though, don't you think? Scooter? That's so funny.
Someone stop that awful man! He was creeping through my garden! End of the line, Green.
What a dope.
Switch is large as far as handheld consoles are concerned? Sure.
With Lena's guard distracted, Harvey dashes inside and up the stairs.
There you are, Lena. I've been looking all over town for you.
No! How did you... Get out of my house!
I just want to talk.
Liar! Murderer! You killed all those other riders. And now you're here for me. You just killed my driver too, didn't you?
That one was more of an accident. Watermelons were involved.
So much pointless death. All because you're jealous of other people's talent.
I am not jealous of anyone. I am the finest writer of my generation. It's not my fault that people like you have dumbed down the masses with your drivel. How can anyone appreciate my book after rotting their brain reading yours?
They could always use it for toilet paper.
You'll pay for that. Lena, wait! You don't have to do this!
No, wait! Please! Harvey! No! Help!
Another tortured artist, taken from us all too soon. Looks like it's up to me to carry the literary torch for this town.
What have you done?
She jumped. I tried to stop her.
Save it, Green. You deserve to rot in a ditch.
Me? You're the one falling down on the job. Some security guard.
Enough! Time to shut you up for good. Wait! Wait!
Well, it's getting late. I should gather my belongings and hurry home.
Vertigo, but the main character is a dumbass.
This is a special night. I wasn't expecting so much company. Seeing as I have all of you here, shall I perform a live reading of my own? Not to steal Lena's thunder, of course. I'll grab my manuscript. And if you'll excuse me a moment, I see some interesting faces in the audience. Who knows? Maybe one of them will join us.
Behold, esteemed members of our audience, a soul warped by vanity, twisted by bitterness, into a creature of abject, murderous depravity. Vile indeed, you say, but a simple fiction. No one would commit such heinous acts. A comforting thought. Hold it close as you step out into the frigid evening air, keeping to the warm glow of the street lamps, taking care not to gaze overlong into the gloom that surrounds you. For where there is light, my friends, inevitably there This simple truth dooms us all to live among the shadows.
I'm not gonna lie, I like this Twilight Zone vibe. The end, complete the epilogue. No. Really? No. No, really? No fucking way, really?
This is a special night. I wasn't expecting so much company. Seeing as I have all of you here, shall I perform a live reading of my own? Not to steal Lena's thunder, of course.
Is this just gonna go back to the title? Or is this gonna keep
and if
going?
you'll excuse me a moment, I see some interesting faces in the audience. Who knows? Maybe one of them will join us.
Behold, esteemed members of our
Wait, what?
A soul
Is this gonna repeat,
walked by
or is it gonna
vanity,
continue after
twisted
this?
by bitterness into a creature of abject, murderous depravity. Vile indeed, you say, but a simple fiction. No one would commit such heinous acts. A comforting thought. Hold it close.
I think it's
as you
finished?
Step out into the frigid evening air, keeping to the warm glow of the street lamps.
No.
Taking care not to gaze overlong into the gloom that surrounds you. For where there is light, my friends, inevitably there is darkness. And this simple truth dooms us all to live among the shadows.
So like, does this really just go to an autosave location and then, oh, really? Well, okay, now I'm gonna go and look up to see if New Game Plus has a new content. Okay. Because I Googled. Oh, wow, really? Wow. Whoops. What? Well, okay, now I understand everything that was happening, but it's very strange. It's certainly a bit cosmic horror-y. I checked CJU channel to confirm as well. Wow, okay. What the fuck? So I guess what I'm gonna say is that I don't hate it, and I don't dislike it exactly either. The twist doesn't really contradict anything. It's just that it sort of falls into that category of sort of like, it falls into a very specific category of abstraction, where it's kind of like, this can work in a lot of different. We have In the Mouth of Madness at Home. It was all a dream type ending? Kinda. Sorta. There is still like a horror element to it. In the sense that, like, the puppets beneath like the narration, the puppets actually do have like feelings and ideas. Like, they're still people, but to the people who are puppeteering them, they're just doing whatever the fuck they want. So it is sort of like this horror idea of literally you have no control over your life. The puppets are alive, but only to themselves, right? Because the people puppeteering them just don't even care or perceive. It's just evil Toy Story. Well, Toy Story is kind of the opposite, because Toy Story, like, they have their own will, and they act on it, and like, their struggle is trying to appear as inanimate objects to Andy, whereas this is the opposite, you know? So I guess you're right, it is evil Toy Story, it's inverse Toy Story. Wow. What the fuck do I do now, though? I thought this game was based upon the number of videos that CJU had. I thought this game was going to be a lot longer, but it was very short. Like, were we at it for, like, not even 7 hours? Like, not even like 7 hours of game or something? Maybe even less? 5? 4? Not 4. We definitely played it more than 4 hours, but like, I'm just shocked that it was so short. Again, I'm not gonna say I hate it or that it was a waste of time and money, but it is one of those things that seems often overplayed and usually like the problem with a twist like this is that nobody has faith in it anymore these days. Everybody just feels like it's used for really annoying, stupid bullshit. And I don't think that this necessarily falls into the category of stupid, annoying bullshit like Pathologic. Because the thing about Pathologic is that it is so fucking long and has so much expository nature to it that when it finally unveils the ending, it's like, wow, you just ruined 80 hours of my fucking life to give me no answers to anything. Thanks. Whereas at least an ending like this is more suited to a game as short as this. It feels very lame because it's so meaningless. I think in a game like Pathologic it does feel meaningless. I think in this game it does sort of feel like the point. Chillstream, worst experiences you've ever had buying or trading cards? Oh god. When I was 14, no, more like I was 16. I went to like my first standard tournament ever for Magic the Gathering. I'm still stuck on the foil curl thing. It's so egregious. I mean, as a person who is a creator, it must piss you off to see somebody create something in such a annoying fashion. But when I went to my first, it wasn't my first standard tournament, but it was one of my first standard tournaments. I usually was like a limited and a block constructed player, but I went to one of my first standard tournaments when I was like 16, and I got humbled because, well, quote unquote humbled, more like I was disillusioned, because one of my first opponents was a guy whose deck was basically literally $500. And as a kid who was going to Magic the Gathering things with like $36 to spend, going to a local tournament and somebody who having spent like $500 to $1,000 in their deck and then kicking my ass, I was like, wow. This is gambling and it's pay to win. That kind of sucks. And then since then, I never played like an actual tournament ever again. I only ever played limited and honestly, they got rid of block constructed not long after that. I guess the idea of Puppet Purgatory being forced to relive the same nightmares over and over again is kind of good. Yeah, like I feel like the point of this game is the whole thing about fate and about the hand of fate in the case of the puppets being completely uninterested in the experience of the actual puppets. And so in this game's instance, I think that it is an acceptable twist. It's just that usually nowadays this type of twist is fucking awful. But in this instance, I don't think it's quite that bad. Like, it could be way fucking... This could have been so much fucking worse, you know? Ones that did that a little better. Detention, Black Mirror, White Bear, Black Mirror, USS Callister. Also the Empty Man horror movie. Isn't Black Mirror a show? Or are there Black Mirror games that we should play? Oh, it's a show? Dang, okay. I forget, did we watch Detention? Because if we didn't, maybe I could play that, unless it's like really high graphics. The latest seasons suck. We did? Okay. Because I think I can remember in my brain a Taiwanese game we watched that might be Tedenshin, but I just don't remember the name off the top of my head. But that does sound familiar. But yeah, like, I don't hate this game. I really don't. I was just shocked that it was so short. And even though the twist makes sense in the theme of the game, I wasn't expecting the twist either. Continue your card story? Well, I mean, I stopped because that was kind of it. Like, my worst experience was as a teenager. I learned the harsh reality that, like, playing MTG very seriously, even if it's just a local Friday night, you know, FNQ, it was pay to win and it was gambling all at the same time. And so I was like, wow, that fucking sucks. And so then after a certain point, maybe when I was like 19, I stopped playing Magic the Gathering for a long time. Are there digital tourneys that are cheaper? Technically, yes. But in the most, like, egregious way possible. Like, there are tournaments you can play on Magic the Gathering Online or on Magic Arena. And those games, you can technically get your cards for free. But it is a very, very, very slow process. Like, insanely slow in order to play for free. And I know because I play Magic the Gathering Arena all the time, and I've never been... I fucking hate the game so much, but, like, it's like I want to play Magic, so there I go again, making myself fucking angry at myself. Fucking screaming some of, like, the worst slurs you could ever imagine inside my brain. You stop gaining gold XP after 15 wins in a day. Yeah, and I don't know how MTGO works, okay? Like, I'm not gonna say it, but what I know about MTG Arena is that game, MTG Arena is everything wrong with Magic the Gathering made even worse. Because one of the things that Magic gets criticized for as a game is that it has this very weird dynamic where, because your resources are all allocated to a singular deck, that means that there is a random chance when playing Magic that you will not even get to play the game, because random chance just gives you terrible, terrible, terrible draws that are completely dead and get you nowhere while your opponent just keeps pushing ahead, you know? And that's a criticism. Like, if you compare it to Hearthstone, in Hearthstone, you just have your normal cards, and, like, your mana resource has nothing to do with your deck. And the result is that the game has a bit more of a consistency to it, where you're not drawing dead mana, you're not drawing dead resources, you're not drawing bullshit as often. And so Magic the Gathering's chief problem as a normal game itself is that if you're gonna play it, you have to accept the fact that sometimes you are randomly going to get completely and utterly fucked. And most people who really enjoy Magic accept this. They accept this, that, okay, if it's out of my hands, I'm not gonna get upset about it. The problem with Magic Arena is that the devs, for some fucking reason, have made the decision that the draws, that literally everything, not just the draws, is not going to actually be random. So the result is that it is impossible to trust Magic Arena. Ever. Because if it is manipulating things to not be random, then that means that every single loss you have and every single victory you have feels like it was manipulated into happening, and not because you got lucky or got unlucky or played intelligently or played badly or whatever. It's more like, because I know the game has the ability to eliminate the random chance, I never can trust the game ever again. So the reason Magic Arena is so fucking awful is because it takes the problem with Magic the Gathering and then it adds another problem on top of it and pretends that it's a band-aid when it literally is just makes things worse. Because random chance fucking you over, it's like, whatever, I can't hold a grudge, there's nothing to hold a grudge against. When the video game fucks you over because it decides that it is time for you to lose, that's enraging. That's enraging. Like, whenever you go on and play Magic the Gathering Arena, you're fighting against two opponents. Your actual opponent and the game itself. That's why it feels so frustrating to play Magic Arena. Because every match is a 2v1, either for or against you. You know? Like, I cannot tell you how many times I've gone in to MTG Arena and either me or my opponent immediately concede the game before we even start playing, because the non-random shuffler completely fucks us over no matter how many times we draw a new hand. Like, okay, this hand of cards is unusable. I'm gonna scrap it for a new I'm gonna shuffle it away for a different hand with one less card. Oh, the game gave me all of the same cards that I just threw away except for one. That is not random. That is so blatantly and obviously not random. And it happens to me, and then I quit, or it happens to my opponent, and they quit. And so there's so much time spent in Magic Arena not playing the game because the way you draw cards and get your hands, and even the matchmaking itself, is rigged. It is blatantly and obviously rigged, either for or against you. And as a result, you always feel like it is a 2v1, and as a result, it is the most infuriating shit you could possibly fucking put yourself through. It is so fucking infuriating. I still do it, though, because I like Magic too much, and I don't want to wait to play Magic only once a week, you know? So how many times I've thought-seized somebody and they've just drawn the exact card I made them discard? That's more... Okay, so that's funny, but that's more of just like a meme. That's the thought-seize meme. That's been going on since 2014. Actually, no, more like since 2011. Or whenever Thoughtseize was first printed and available in Tournament Magic. How does this company still make money? Far too much goodwill, and from people gambling, and also they aren't actually making that much money. For some reason, like it has been like a lot of their sets in the past 2 or 3 years have been commercial failures. And usually the most money they make is when they do a crossover set with a different IP, and that gets in a bunch of money. Like, Lord of the Rings was a massive money-making set in Magic. Final Fantasy is coming up this year. It's been forever, but it's hard to call it just a meme when I'm doing it to people who have 200 plus card decks. Oh yeah, okay, so I definitely believe it in the sense that because the game is not random, it makes absolute sense that if the game has decided that you're going to lose, then when you Thoughtseize a card, the game just immediately decides that your opponent will draw the same card. That I can absolutely believe, but I'm just saying that it's also a meme because it just happens in real life so often. It happens in real life so often. But yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought ever so slightly. But yeah, Magic Arena it's everything wrong with Magic, except it's not fixed. And the way that Magic the Gathering makes money is through crossover products and through other like whale products and FOMO stuff, you know, fear of missing out shit. But even with all that, like, a lot of their sets recently have been commercial failures. So there's gonna be a crash in Magic the Gathering at some point. There's gonna be some sort of economic crash that fucks the company up. And they're gonna have to change how they do things, because otherwise they will go bankrupt. Because they are printing too much product. And they're pissing off too many people. And they're making cards that are just not resonating with people because there's too many being created too quickly. And like just so many of their financial practices are just so fucking awful. Which is why I only buy from the secondary market, or I get fakes. Because I'm not interested in giving Wizards of the Coast money as long as they fucking behave this way. You know, and the writing's been on the wall for a while. There's been a lot of... Like, the beginning of last year, the newest set they released was a tie-in to... It was a detective theme set. And they even had a product tie-in with Clue. And, that was such an unpopular product that it was being sold for less than half off, like, after only 2 months. Like the Clue. Yeah, I'm talking about Murders at Karlov Manor, yeah. MKM, yeah. But like when you're creating products that are like so poorly received and do not make you money, you know, you're eventually going to reach a critical mass where if you keep pursuing the crossover products, there's only so many new people that will invite before they don't give a shit anymore, and before you completely alienate all of your original customers. So, I do suspect that unless they change their tone of how they are making their cards, they are gonna go bankrupt. Like, easily within my lifetime. Yeah, you can only do so many crossover products before, you know, people from outside the fandom just don't give a shit anymore, you know? And when you make sets that are gimmick sets like MKM and like what's the 3 letters for Thunder Junction? Is it TDJ? Oh no, it's OTJ, Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Right. Like, those are gimmick sets, and the result of them being gimmick sets sets off a lot of people who are in the original fan base, but it doesn't really draw in too many people that are, like, interested in it, you know? Ether Drift feels kind of gimmicky, too. Yeah, it does. I guess, so... You know, I have a weird relationship with Ether Drift, because before Ether Drift came out, Rag, if you remember, I was like, I don't know if I really like all these things very much. I don't know if I like these very much. Now I have, like, 1 copy of every single vehicle in the Ether Drift set, so... And, like, one of my newest favorite decks is, an Ether Drift Commander. And a deck I'm working on right now is another Ether Drift Commander. So, but at the same time, it is blatantly obvious that Ether Drift is kind of gimmicky. Particularly, what I do like about Ether Drift though is that it does have a uniqueness to it that is also mixed with several other Magic the Gathering planes that we really like. You know, we really like Amonkhet. Everybody liked Kaladesh. Well, not everybody. A lot of people hated Kaladesh because they're like, oh, it's racist against the Indians. Oh, and what's this energy mechanic? I can't interact with energy counters, yada, yada, yada. But everybody likes Amonkhet, you know? We haven't been to Muruganda in a very long time, but people don't dislike that place. It is very strange, though, that we go into Ether Drift and there's a mechanic literally called Start Your Engines. It's like the most clunky-looking wording you could possibly put on a Magic card. Like, what do you mean Start Your Engines? What the fuck does this mean? and then it's an uninteractable mechanic, which honestly I don't give a shit. I have a fucking my favorite recent deck is a Vinwixt deck. Mono blue, just draw my entire deck of cards. Fuck you. And it's you know, it's a lot of fun, but at the same time it's very blamed that Ether Drift is very gimmicky. But it mixes the gimmick with several planes that we actually really like. You know? I like seeing all these zombies from Amonkhet doing a fucking race in chariots with magic horses. That is so fucking funny and kind of goes hard as fuck. I am confused by the cloud. It's not Cloudstone. Cloud Spires. The Cloud Spires are weird because they look like they're from F-Zero GX, and it's like, okay, but why? How did this happen? How do we have magic chariots and light cycles from Tron? I don't understand. I don't fucking get it. It's very weird. But all the Mad Max stuff that's an Ether Drift I think is fine. I don't really see a problem with that. Chandra did the Akira bike slide, guys! Oh, they also took away her titties, except in the Japanese art. I don't know what people's obsession is with making lesbians ugly as they possibly can. I don't understand why they do that. Like, Chandra is a full-figured woman. But for some reason in the Western version of her Spark Hunter card, like, she has, like, no tits. Like, not even the vaguest shape of her chest. She looks like she's being forced into, like, an outfit that is not meant to fit a woman. And it's kind of strange. Can't have her be goon slop now. Okay, but what about all the lesbians and bisexual women that want to schlick off to Chandra? Don't they want her to have tits? Like, come on, man. Come on, you know? Also, it is an absolute fucking crime that they changed Kaladesh to Avishkar because they believe that Kaladesh somehow has a racial slur in it. Which I think is very, very fucking stupid, because if we're gonna be honest, guys, every single phonetic sound in every language is a slur in a different language, okay? Like, being like, oh, Kaladesh, we can't have this. We can't have this because it is a slur in a language. Now we're going to replace it with a new word, which may or may not also be a slur in a different language. It's like, come on, man. What are you doing? It's fucking I think it's hilarious. It is funny, but it's also it's also very clowny, you know? Like, why are you changing the fucking name of this plane that a lot of people were interested in? Probably because of some, like, white Karen DEI hire, you know? Like, not even from, like, an actual person, you know? Who actually knows what's appropriate and what isn't. I also do think the Ether Spark is a very funny equipment. I'm getting like 5 different proxies of it in the mail in a month or so. And honestly, the Ether Spark is probably too fair. Oh, auto-modded. Aha! It's like people getting mad at Crayola for putting Negro in their black crayons because they use multiple languages. Yeah, exactly. Negro isn't even offensive in English. Because it's literally like a scientific word. It's like saying Caucasian. Like, it's a fucking anthropological classification. So, like, it's so fucking weird. It just means black in Spanish. Yeah, you're right. But even in English, it's not offensive. It has nothing to fucking do with the slur version. It's a fucking scientific classification. You know? So, like, the whole idea that's like, oh, Kaladesh, that might be a slur. We're going to replace it with a different word that might also be a slur, but we don't actually know. You know, it's very silly. Oh, you want to know one of the other best things about fucking Kaladesh? Frog Mommy. I do not know why they had to drop the thickest frog woman they possibly could. But it honestly kind of makes up for the fact that they stole Chandra's boobs. It's like they stole all of Chandra's boob meat and put it inside of a frog's ass. And I do not understand why that is the direction they decided to go. Again, it feels weird, like, why are you making the lesbian ugly? But then again, you're giving all the straight fellas a thick frog. And so it's kind of like, okay, all right, sure. Whatever. It's that meme, it's that trade meme, it's that trade offer meme is what it is. Trade offer. You give up on any delusion you have of us ever making a lesbian character that is sexually attractive to everybody, but you receive thick frog. Oh, man. Also, I don't know if I love or hate Ketramos. Because the thing about Ketramos is that it encourages a style of gameplay that is very toxic, but at the same time, a person can choose to build Ketramos in a way that is not toxic. Like, there's nothing stopping you from building Orzhov Blink with Ketramos, but the fact that you can also play Ketramos by just playing all exile spells is really fucking toxic, and for that reason I really dislike Ketramos, but I also like it. Because it's you could choose to make it not toxic, you know? That's also not going to win as often. Yeah, especially on Magic Arena, where people will often scoop just because of how fucked the game is. So, like, if, like, after, like, 3 times exiling somebody's permanent, it's more likely they will quit the game and give you a free win than if you, play Ketramos as, like, a Blink commander, or... He's probably... The problem with... One of the things that annoyed me when I first saw Ketramos is that I got excited because I was like, oh my god, can I put this in all of my adventure decks that have Orzhov in it? And then it was like, exile from the battlefield or the graveyard. And it's like... Fuck! I can't put him in my adventure decks. Fuck. The amount of Joda decks I've beaten by countering their commander exactly 1 time. Well, yeah, because there's so many instances where it's just, ridiculous, you know? Where, like, you're just so tilted. And it's like, oh, of course he has Wash Away. You know? Oh, of course, when I play a red deck, I am being forced to go second 99 out of 100 times, but when I get matched up against a Ragavan, they always go first. Wow! This is totally not rigged! Oh yeah, this is totally random! This can't possibly have to do with the fact that I don't pay money into this fucking game, and therefore maybe the algorithm is harsher on me. Totally! No, it's so totally a coincidence, guys! I promise. Sorry, my prismatic bridge resolved. If you can't answer it before it triggers, I win. Sorry, I just cast Emergent Ultimatum on turn 4 because of ramp. Oh, you've lost? Okay, yeah. You're scooping? Yep. That's about right. You know, I'm not gonna lie, one day I am probably going to play Magic Arena on stream, and that will probably be the only rage game that I subject myself to intentionally, you know, post-corpse party, you know? It'll probably happen one day that I play it on stream, and you hear me scream a lot. Like, a lot. Because mother of God. Climbing to Mythic as a free-to-play? Man, see, the problem with that is that, like, I hate Magic Arena so much, I don't even want... Even in my free time, I don't want to play Standard. I don't want to play 60-card formats. I don't want to play Timeless, Historic, Explorer, Standard. I don't want to play any of that shit, dude. I really don't. But Brawl is also just so bad with all the RNG, you know? It's so bad. You want to know one of the funniest things I did on Magic Arena the past month, though, is that... So, the commander Lelia, I think I forget her title, but it's Lelia, and she's the mono red commander that you can do like a cascade combo with to make her a 100/100 creature. I recently made a Lelia deck on Arena, but I made it a fair Lelia deck. So I wasn't doing the cascade combo where you have like 90 mountains. And it is so funny how I will play like a Swiftfoot Boots to protect her, and my opponent will immediately scoop. Because the reason that is so funny is because if I have Swiftfoot Boots in my Lelia deck, that means I am not playing Lelia combo. But people are so traumatized by Lelia combo that they see that she is untargetable now, and they're like, I've lost, I scoop. Even though the fact that I have the boots means that they haven't lost. Well, I mean, the combo itself... Oh, no. You know what? That's actually a really funny idea. That is such a funny idea. You have only 99 mountains, and you have Lelia, and you constantly have them on the fence about whether or not you're going to combo that they scoop before they realize that you literally have 99 mountains. Oh god, it reminds me of the fucking, oh god, Crucius combo. One time I played against the Crucius combo deck, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna mulligan until I have a single removal spell. And then I did, and I had like 5 cards, and like 1 land, and it was the worst thing ever. and the guy got to go off and he started doing the Crucius combo. He exiled all the mountains from his deck with his stupid thing. And then, before it had resolved, I killed the stupid elemental thing that they use. And he lost all of his mountains, and he never got to instantly kill me, and he just immediately scooped. Oh, I just exiled my entire deck, and I don't get to attack and kill you. Oops. But man, like, people are just so traumatized by cascade combos that if you try to play it fairly, they just leave. Even when it turns out that you're not being a combo. You don't have a combo deck. It's like, wow, okay? That's kind of fucking hilarious. It's especially funny when you're like me and you're playing the game free to play and like you go and so as a result of being you going free to play and playing a red deck, you always go second. So like even when I was playing Lelia and going second, and I was clearly showing that I wasn't a Lelia combo deck, they still end up scooping if they can't kill Lelia like the turn after 1 or 2 turns after she hits the field. Like they're just immediately they're just scooping even though I'm going second and I'm not doing the combo, because that's how traumatizing Magic Arena is. Like that's the fundamental problem with Magic Arena. Because it's not random, everybody feels antagonized by the game itself, not by the opponent, by the game itself. And so the result is that the wins are lame, the losses are lame, and it's enraging because it's never random, you know? Like I used to try and play my adventure decks on Arena, but 3 colors on Arena, when you're playing free-to-play, yeah, no, the shuffler is not going to let you have the correct lands for you to play the game. It just won't. It just refuses. That's why I almost exclusively play monocolor decks in Brawl now. Because, like, if you play more than 1 color and you're playing free-to-play, the shuffler is not going to let you play the game. It's going to force you to get your ass kicked. Is why you need a consistent commander pod to play with. Well, yeah, I mean, I kind of do every Sunday. So, you know, after today, like tomorrow, I'm gonna probably have people over. Well, a friend over. But like that's once a week, you know. And so when you go and when you're like, oh, I want to play Arena or I want to play Magic, it's like you don't have a lot of options. And I sure don't want to go and fucking try to set up a giant webcam thing in order to play, like, webcam commander. Like, fuck that, dude. Holy shit. Hell no. Absolutely not. Like, that is so much work and probably needs a computer that is way more powerful than the one I'm using. Ugh. So that means the last option is just to keep playing Arena, and Arena is fucking infuriating, and I hate it. And I hate how people still defend Arena, and they still say, oh no, it is random. No, it's not. You're just a YouTuber who gets a bunch of free money because you make a living off of playing Arena. Like, I actually recently commented on one of Legend VD's videos, and I was like, oh wow, what an interesting coincidence that you get matched up against Ragavan and you have Wash Away. I wonder what the odds of that are. And he replied to me like, oh, you don't have Arena Premium? Holy shit. Oh, you don't have Arena Premium? Oh, man. Honestly, that might as well be Damn it, I knew I should have sprung for premium. Ah, I should have become a whale, given my life savings to Wizards of the Coast, so that my draws in Magic Arena are fair. Oh man, oh no. But you know that's not how it works. You know that if you spend a bunch of money on Arena, you're probably going to coincidentally get very lucky very often. You know, it's totally a coincidence, guys. I am totally going first more than half the time with my red deck because of random chance. Trust me, guys. It's not that I'm a YouTuber that makes money off of Magic Arena. No, it is clearly random. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, it's at a point where I don't even change the number of lands in my Brawl decks anymore. Because I'm convinced that if I change the land count from 40 to 41 or to 39 or whatever, that it just causes the shuffler to be like, oh, you're doing something strange, I'm going to try and fix this, in quotations, and then it just fucks things up even more. So, like, every single one of my Brawl decks has 40 lands, regardless of the curve, because it's like, I'm not dealing with the shuffler being even more confused and annoying than it normally is. Oh, but then what does that get me? It gets me, oh, I have to mulligan 3 times before I have 3 lands in my hand. Thank you, game. Yep, totally. Every game. And if it's not a mulligan, it is a... Like, here's the thing. If it's not a mulligan every game, it is a suspiciously good hand. And it's like, okay, this is suspiciously good. But maybe it's random. Then I draw a card, and it's another suspiciously good card, and it's like, yeah, no, this is the game has decided it's time for me to win. That is what the game has decided. The game has decided that I am going to win. Great! What a fucking lovely thing to experience. I'm not winning because I'm good or because my deck is cool. It's because the game has decided that I am going to win. How fun. Man, what a great time. It's at a point at this now where when I'm playing my mono red Soulfim deck and I have a combo that instantly kills my opponent and they don't have an edict or an exile spell, I don't even feel good anymore. Like, it's not even funny to me anymore. It's like, okay, I'm gonna Crackle with Power for 2. It kills you instantly. Okay, there's a win. There's my daily win. Now I'm gonna go and fuck off and do something else. Because fuck that. Like, it's not even exciting anymore. It's not fun because it doesn't feel fair. It feels like the game is either working for you or against you. And it's bullshit, you know? You know, and that's not even to mention, and hey, but you know, at least your cards on Arena don't get curled when you get the alt art foil. Oh, so like, I got that Bloodghast that isn't a curled, even though it's a foil. I did get a full art first place land, and it unfortunately is curled in the opposite direction somehow. Usually they're curled so that the card side, the front side is going backward. It's curling backwards. But for some reason my first place foil is curling in the opposite direction. It's very weird because I don't know how that happened. I've heard that the direction of the curl is based on where the card was printed. As in, like, the factory of where it was literally printed. And I would assume that they would have to print the foil gold border first place cards. They'd have to print those in a different location than other foils, I guess. So I suppose that would be the reason. Otherwise, though, I have no fucking idea what the fucking reason could possibly be. But yeah, that's why I just like the location to it. Something to do with difference of humidity. Well, it's not just the difference of humanity of the literal location, as much as it is to do with how both sides of the card react to humidity. Like, the reason so many cards are curled the way they are is because the front has the metallic foiling in it, and that causes the front side of it to react differently to the humidity than to the backside, and that's why it then forces the backside, and the backside to curl. So I don't know what would cause it to curl in the opposite direction, you know, from a humidity standpoint. I'm not sure. Whatever the case is, it's fucking shoddy. Like, if people want to bling their decks out, they shouldn't have to have marked cards in order to do so, you know? But that's why I just get fakes these days. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care. Well, I kinda care because it takes so long for them to arrive, but when the difference is between paying $100 and $10,000, it's kind of obvious what is the preferable thing to do. It didn't always happen is the problem. Wizards is lazy. Well, yeah, their old foil methodologies didn't really make the cards all bent and stuff. Like, in the 90s, getting a fucking foil was something you could immediately put into your deck and use out of the box without it being considered taboo, or it's like, oh, I can't use this because it's all bent. Because they just weren't bent back then. But at some point, they changed their philosophy on foils. And the change of philosophy on foils has now resulted in them having not only too many foils, but also they're low quality. They suck. They're curled. They're marked cards. I have a playset of foil welding jars that are totally fine. My Blooming Marshes needs flattening. I forget how old those two cards are. I know that they're both oldish, I think. I can't remember what both those cards do off the top of my head, but they both sound familiar. Welding jars Mirrodin? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's very old. That's very old, and guess what? Not curled. Is Blooming Marshes one of the more recent dual lands? Is that like a Simic dual land from Innistrad or something? I feel like, or no, it's not one of the Pain lands. Or is it a Golgari card? Maybe it's the Golgari dual land from Innistrad. I think it's a Kaladesh one. This print was OTJ. Yeah, no kidding. Of course it's fucking bent if it's from OTJ, you know. That's a set from last year. Of course it's gonna be bent. You know, you're not allowed to be as lucky as me and have an Ether Drift Bloodghast that's not fucking curled. Like, that's literally like a fucking miracle. No joke. The fact that I have a I remember the moment when I saw the Bloodghast was so cheap and I was like, oh yeah. But then I saw it was foil and I was like, fuck! You know, just like screaming at the top of my lungs inside of my brain. And the fact that it turned out to not be bent is just... that is a fucking miracle. I am so fucking lucky that such a strong card was so cheap and foil and not bent. It's like the lottery at this point. Wow, my foils aren't bent? I should go fucking buy a lottery ticket. I'm so fucking lucky. That's how bad it is. That's how bad the curling is. That's how common the curling is. Meanwhile, some of the showcase adventure cards from Wilds of Eldraine are still like $10. Except for Virtue of Courage, even though Virtue of Courage is fucking crazy. Excuse me. Okay, well, I think I filled the time of the remaining stream time with me ranting about bullshit enough. So, how was Slender Threads? I would say this is a 7. The voice acting is phenomenal. The sound effects are phenomenal. The production is very good for how low resolution and how short the game is. And the ending, I know that you guys really hate the ending. I am very neutral towards it because I feel like it does actually fit with the rest of the theme of the game. So I would say this is a 7 out of 10. I don't regret playing it or streaming it. I enjoyed it enough. Will it be something that I probably forget quite a lot about in a year? Yeah, it probably will be, unfortunately. But I liked it, and I hope you all did as well. So, yeah, I'll have to find something new next week. Which won't be hard, because I have another suggestion I got from a friend recently for, I think, a visual novel? So we might be playing that next. Infinite content glitch, just keep replaying games you've forgotten. Oh, wow. Yeah, but that would force me to replay Corpse Party. Which I would rather play Magic the Gathering Arena than play Corpse Party again. That's how bad Corpse Party is. I would like to forget almost everything about Corpse Party. And then still never play it again. But yeah, so I think next week we're gonna have probably a visual, like a detective visual novel style game. I don't remember its name, but it was recommended to me by one of y'all. I think it was recommended by Aragim. So yeah, that's what we'll be playing next Friday and next Saturday. Next Wednesday, I'll just pick another chill game. It'll be Dwarf, or it'll be whatchamacallit, or it'll be Minecraft, or something. It'll be World of Horror. You know, it'll be some sort of chill game next Wednesday. So hopefully get us on track, wake us up, and all that shit. And then yeah, next Friday, Saturday, visual novel. So yeah, I enjoyed Slender Threads. I don't think it's a bad game. I think it was very short, very abrupt, and the ending, I understand why people would hate it. I'm very indifferent to the ending. I think it works with the themes, but also is just, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you answered our questions by telling us there are no answers. Okay, all right, sure, whatever. But it fits with the theme, so fine, you know. So I'm indifferent to it. I hope you all didn't dislike it too much, and that that you're gonna have a good rest of your day. So, you know, thank you all very much for coming here to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. If you happen to be new here and you enjoyed hanging out with us tonight, if you think of us a follow, I'd appreciate that quite a bit. We stream 3 times a week for approximately 2 hours. And this stream will be re-uploaded to YouTube tomorrow night, where it will join every single stream I have ever done. So if there are any you want to catch up on, you can find all of them. You can find all of them on YouTube. There. What the hell is my brain doing? Nice Zatsudan for almost an hour. I guess so. Yeah. I filibustered the stream by complaining about things. Like a fucking psycho. Okay. If you want to catch the rest of the streams, they're on the YouTube channel. Link is in the About section. And this stream will join them tomorrow. Fuck. I guess I should get going. My brain is fried. I'm completely out of cadence with how I normally end a stream, so thank you all very much for being here. I appreciate your support in every capacity. I hope you have a good afternoon, evening, morning, etc. And I will see you all again Wednesday with a chill stream. Ciao.